Alright guys, we are back. I think officially. Today we're going to be looking at a French game that I played using a very rare French line. Now this game was played against my best friend, Chorizo, also known as Jose. And yeah, I got a chess coach because my openings are pretty shitty. And this guy is awesome. I love the lines he's showing me, really fits my play style. This is going to be a little bit of a longer intro, but I promise this game will not disappoint. This is my first game using this line, and it might have been one of my best games ever. So I do apologize for not uploading daily. My goal is to upload daily, but when you get out of a long relationship or you're dealing with heartbreak, sometimes your just heart is not in it. I haven't even been able to play chess recently, but they say heartbreak leads to growth as a person, and they would be right. So it's all about how you channel stuff, right? But none of that soft stuff. We'll get into chess. So yeah, Chorizo is helping me train for this tournament on Friday. I am currently working on a brand name website, balkandadchess.com. I want to do weekly group lessons for free. Obviously, there's going to be subscription-based stuff as well. What else am I working on? I've been studying openings, and there's one more thing I wanted to say. Yes, I'm working on thumbnails. So, for example, last video, put Bobby Fischer on the thumbnail, and it was an Alekhine game or Alekhine game. Someone said I pronounced it wrong. It's one of the two. I used to say Alekhine, then I heard it was Alekhine. So I don't want to do that. I'm not one to say something I don't believe in or exaggerate and be an idiot like all these streamers. And yeah, making a thumbnail that doesn't portray what's in the video is clickbait. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to get good at thumbnails. You'll see this thumbnail. Maybe you like it, maybe not. But I'm going to get good at it. I get good at things I want to get good at. So we're going to get into the game. Maybe not such a long intro. So it is the French, right? This is going to be called the unexplored French or something of the sort. And the French is very easy to play. That's why I'm playing it for this tournament. I also don't care about hiding my prep because come at me. Bishop to b4. This is turning into the Winawer. And yeah, I told my coach, I was like, I don't like the French because of this line, right? Because when the bishop leaves to b4, there's all those queen g4 stuff, and then you either sack the pawn. I know Anand was famous for like going into 35 moves of theory for that line. You could go king f8, you could go g6 and create holes. I just didn't like it. My guy was like, I got you, and that he did. So main line here is pawn to e5, and then queen to d7. So this is the line. It's rare, but it's beautiful. What is the point of queen d7? Well, you're anticipating queen g4, and the point is that your queen on the 7th rank guards your g7 pawn. This move looks very awkward, granted. Doesn't stop the knight from coming to e7, luckily, but it does block in the bishop. But as you know, the light squared bishop in the French is a piece of garbage. Absolute trash. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. And what do we do with it? Well, this bishop's going to land on a6 preferably, and if you get the light squared bishop trade, that's always favorable to you in the French. So queen to d7, gangster. We get queen g4, and now you could play f6, but if you're aggressive, like me, you could also play f5. This is the line. So you see, you guard g7, you gain a tempo on the queen. They really don't want to take on passant because knight takes f6, you hit the queen, you stop the check, you have the open f-file, you have everything in the world, you're better. So there's queen g3, h4, and g5. He opts to go queen to g5. Chorizo, that is. Jose. Beast. I take because, damage the pawn structure. Why not? And then pawn to b6. And let me put on the eval bar. How could I forget? Your guys' favorite thing. If you click off, that is okay. Let's see. I'll go like boom and boom. Maybe move it a little to the right. There we go. Right? Okay, so as you can see, white is slightly better, but who cares? Pawn to b6. The goal is to go bishop to a6, and now I'm actually very happy that he played this move. Bishop to b5, and it is now equal. What is the point of this move? Well, if I go c6, I can't put my knight on c6, so touche. And what is the point? Well, if queen takes g7. And I was like, let's get into it. So queen takes bishop, Queen takes pawn. Now where do we go? Well, you have to go bishop to a6. The point is you threaten queen to f1, which can do some damage. And if they move the knight, they get mated in one. Chorizo is a respectable chess player, so he did not do that. He played bishop to a3. Kind of an awesome move, right? Look how similar the threats are, but he's already attacking my rook. So why is black better? Well, we have the tempo. So queen f1, king d2, and it would actually be a mistake to take this rook because the point is your queen is out of the game and their pawns are against your queen. So white is better because their threats are more prevalent. Their pieces are on the right side of the board. Blacks are not. But we have the tempo. So queen takes f2, check. King has to go to c1. And now you don't want to give a check because then they go king b2, gaining a tempo on your queen, and the threat is then renewed. So knight c6. Why did I go knight c6? Well, the point of knight c6 is that I envisioned the king on b2, and I envisioned a route for the knight to get to that king. Also, we can castle queenside at a moment's notice. Also, we're overstopping mate because sometimes one time isn't enough. Sometimes you got to do it twice. So queen takes h8, queen takes g2, guarding the knight. So we guard the knight, we attack the rook. We're down, we lost a rook. So what is going on? Who knows? It was funny because me and my friend were on a call during this game and we were laughing, saying like we're playing like 600s. But then we got like 95, 96%. So that's amazing. It was very surprising. Very complicated game. So weird. King to b2. Okay. His point is he wants to connect the rooks. And again, it's all about activity. He's going to try to move the knight and dislodge my queen to win my knight with check. Doesn't stop knight to a5. Knight to f3. I give a check. I give another check because I can, right? It's not a threefold repetition unless you do it 3 times. Then I castle. I'm like, how do I make progress? I don't want to draw this game. Draws are for losers. So at least now I'm guarding the knight, but he moves his rook over. Makes sense, right? So my queen has to take his knight. Okay, I throw in a check. King's kind of in a box, and then I take his knight. So he's threatening twice, so he's going to win my knight, and that he does. I give another check because, you know, why not? And then I give another check because why not? And then I take his rook. I was just trying to figure out how to make progress. As you could see, I burnt a lot of time because it's pretty complex. So, okay, I was like, I have to be winning here because now his queen is out of the game, right? It's kind of like if I took his rook on a1 in the beginning, but I didn't. So now my pieces are more activated, even though he's up a little bit of material. Now he's up a little bit more material, but I got this. What's the best move here? How do you win? Knight takes bishop. The point is the king cannot take. But if the king doesn't take, they're just getting crushed. They're going to get checkmated here very, very easily. He does take. I don't know if he missed that this was mate or if he just got confused because it was a complex game. But then I got a pawn checkmate. So, Jose, thank you for playing bishop to b5. This was a very interesting game. I'm excited for what the future holds. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for your time. Have a great day.